Hey everyone, so in today's video, we're going to be going over how to create a WordPress website with Bluehost. Bluehost is a super popular website builder, so if you're looking to start a WordPress website, then this video is for you. We'll leave a link down below where you guys can get an exclusive discount for your Bluehost plan. So yeah, check out those links and feel free to follow along as I show you all the different steps today. Okay, so here I am on the Bluehost website. Again, if you guys click on the link down below, you guys can get to this page where, as you guys can see, there's an exclusive discount for you guys. You guys can start for less than $2 per month. And with this, you guys are going to get a free domain name for the first year. You're also going to get a free SSL certificate installed, one-click WordPress install. You're going to get 24/7 customer support, and you're going to get, of course, the secure, reliable hosting from Bluehost. With all of these things, you guys are going to have a 30-day money-back guarantee as well. So yeah, great for beginners and great for people that just want to get started and try it out. So from here, I'm going to go ahead and click on the Get Started Now button. And so now it's going to take me to all of their plans. We can see that they have 4 different plans. They have the Basic, the Choice Plus, Online Store, and the Pro plans. And when it comes to their plans, they also have 12 months versus 36 months. With the 36 months, you're going to be saving a lot more. That's because you're going to be locking in that same amount for 3 years compared to the 12-month plan where you guys are going to be paying more for the second and third year. But if you guys are just starting out, then the 12-month plan is totally fine. When it comes to their different plans though, they have the Basic starting off. This is going to be $1.99 per month. And with this, you can only create one website and you get 10 gigabytes of SSD storage. So this is perfectly fine for most beginners. And if we go down to some of their other features, we can see that all the plans pretty much come with free CDN, at least one website, a free domain name for the first year, a professional email, managed WordPress, and a free SSL at least for the first year. Now, when it comes to the other plans like the Choice Plus, you're going to be able to create more websites. So for this one, you'll be able to create 3 of them, and you'll also have a lot more storage. So instead of 10, you'll have 40 gigabytes. And also you'll have daily website backups free for the first year. So in case anything happens with your website, let's say your website crashes, you'll be able to have your backup with no problem. And with this one, you'll also get the domain privacy for the first year and malware scanning. So if you guys are planning on making more than one website or you guys need more storage, then I highly recommend going with the Choice Plus plan. And then for all of you guys out there that want to start an e-commerce website, then I highly recommend actually going with the Online Store or the Pro plan. That's because they'll give you an exclusive store theme, and they're also going to give you a bunch of other e-commerce features. So yeah, as a beginner, I highly recommend just start off with the Basic plan, unless of course the other plans make sense for you. But yeah, for this video, we'll go ahead and select the Basic plan. From there, they're going to help you set up your domain. So if you already have a domain, then you'll just go ahead and enter that right here. But if you guys want to create a new one, and remember it's totally free, so might as well go ahead and enter that right here and then click on search. And once you guys have entered in a domain name, they're going to see if your domain is actually available. And if it is, then they're going to go ahead and add that to your cart. From there, you're going to have to enter in your account information. So your name as well as your address. And then you're also going to create an account. So create an email and a password. Down here, they have your package information. So this is going to be your account plan. Under that, they have the service term. So this is the term that you guys chose. And then a bunch of other features that you guys are going to get. Now, when it comes to the package extras, honestly, as a beginner, you guys don't need any of these. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and uncheck all of them. And then later on down the line, you guys can always just add them. And then the last step is going to be going down here and then putting in your card information. And then from there, go ahead and click submit. They'll redirect you to another website where you guys can log into your dashboard. Now, once you guys have finished setting up your account and logging in, this is the page that you guys are going to see. From here, just go ahead and go over to websites right here. You can mess around with all the other stuff later on. So the email, the domains, and the hosting, but all of that is pretty advanced for a beginner. I highly recommend just worry about the website for now. And so right here, I already have a WordPress website set up, but it's really easy. It's a one-click install. All you guys have to do is just click on the button right here where it says either add site or create a site. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and go over to my website. And here's where I can start to set up my WordPress website. So the first one is going to be either starting the setup or migrating a WordPress website. So if you guys already have a website set up on WordPress from another hosting platform, then you guys can migrate to Bluehost using this button right here. But because I'm brand new, I'm going to go ahead and click on start setup right here. Then they're going to ask you a couple of questions. So what is your experience with WordPress? If you guys say never used it, then they're going to give you a bunch of different tips. But for now, I'm going to choose that I am an expert since I'm going to walk you guys through everything. So let's go ahead and click on continue setup. Now they're going to ask you what type of site it is. So whether you have a business website, an education website, or if it's just a personal website, totally up to you guys. Just choose whatever you guys want. So for me, I'm going to choose business and then I'm going to click on continue. And then they're going to ask you a little bit more about your website. If it's not there, just go ahead and type it right here. So let's go ahead and just put education like that and then click on continue. So now that we can get started, let's go ahead and enter the site title. This is what's going to be shown to visitors, the search engine, and on social media posts. So yeah, put whatever your website name is right here. And once you guys enter that in, it's actually going to show up on the right-hand side as well. Along with the description, however you change that, it's going to show up on the right-hand side so that you can see it. And right here with the logo, this is where you can upload the favicon. If you guys want to create a favicon for your website, I highly recommend checking out Canva. You can easily create it on there. And then down here where it says social media, you guys can enter all of your different social media links right here. Now for you guys, if you guys don't have a logo yet, don't worry, you guys can just change this later on. It's not too important, so we'll go ahead and click on next right here. And now it's going to ask about the top priority, so whether we prioritize publishing, selling, or designing. So if you guys have a blog or newsletter, podcast, or videos, then you guys can choose publishing. Or if you guys are a startup, then you guys can choose this. So this is for drop shipping or downloads or anything related to e-commerce. And then there's also designing. So if you really prioritize having a professional looking website, then you guys can choose that. You guys can also just skip this step and then choose later on. So for now, I'm just going to go ahead and skip. And so now this is where I can choose my theme. And again, this is why you should answer all those questions as truthfully as possible. That way they can give you a bunch of themes that are specific to your business needs. So I can either choose from one of these presets, or I can go ahead and build a custom design. Let's say I like this first one, so I'll go ahead and click on that. And from there, I can get a closer look at what the website looks like. If I want to customize any of the colors and fonts, I can go ahead and check this right here. And it's going to allow me to choose between a bunch of different color palettes, as well as all the different fonts. But if I'm happy with that, then I'll just go ahead and click on next. And so now it's going to ask me about the design. So I can change up the design if I want. So let's go ahead and click on this and see how it looks. That's going to go ahead and change the header right here. I can also click on this and you can see it's a different style. So let's say I want to go with the first one, and we'll go ahead and click on next. Then there's the homepage layout. So this is where you can choose a starter layout. Let's say I like this one right here. So I'll go ahead and click on this and then click on next. And then now they also have page templates. So you guys can choose between all of these. Right now, the about page, the contact page, and the blog page is checked. But if I also want to add testimonials, I could do that right here. For now, I think that's fine. So we'll go ahead and just click on next. And now they're going to ask you about some of the plugins and services that you might need. So right now they have security and speed. They have search engine optimization. They have forms, site traffic, and also lead generation. But if you guys want to do email newsletters, or if you want to have a coming soon page, this is where it keeps your site private until you click launch. Then you guys can choose this. But for now, I'll just go ahead and leave it as it is and click on next. And cool, there it is. That really only took me a few minutes to answer all those questions. And now the site is ready. So I'll go ahead and click on complete setup. And boom, here I am now on the WordPress dashboard. As you can see, this is the site preview right here. So if I go ahead and click on view my site, we can see that it is the style that I chose. And going back, if I want to edit the site, I just click on this right here. If I want to edit anything on this page, I can go ahead and click on edit page right here. And so now it's going to bring me to the WordPress block editor. Everything is pretty self-explanatory. If I want to change any of the text, I just click into it. So from here, I can go ahead and type more things. From this menu right here, you guys have a bunch of different options. You guys can transform it from a heading to a paragraph, a list, a quote. You can also drag and move it by choosing this right here. You can change the alignment. You can change the level. So if I want to change it from a heading 1 to a heading 2, I can also change the alignment of the text. I can make it bold or italic, and I can also add a link and more features as well. If I want to add anything to the site, you guys can see that if I go between, there's a plus sign right there, and I can add a block like this, and I can click on browse all, and it's going to go ahead and give me a bunch of different things that I can add. With Bluehost, they give you wonder blocks, so this is going to be all the different things that you're going to need for your website. So if I go and click on wonder blocks right here, for example, they're going to have a bunch of different templates that I can choose from. So if I want to have a featured page right here, there's a bunch of different templates that I can add. Let's say I want to add a call to action, so I'll go ahead and choose this one. And so now that has been added onto my website, and it's pretty much the same thing. I can change this picture if I wanted to. Overall, you guys don't really need to customize it all that much besides changing the images as well as some of the text, because as you guys can see, the templates are already made to be really professional. So it's really beginner friendly, right? You don't really need to change much besides the pictures and some of the text. Yeah, I highly recommend going into wonder blocks and then choosing all the different templates that you guys might want. We're not going to go over every single one because otherwise this video would be too long. But yeah, I highly recommend messing around with it. Once you guys are done, go ahead and click on update right here. And also another thing that I forgot to tell you guys is you want to click on this preview button right here and then go ahead and click on mobile. With this, you guys are going to be able to see what your website looks like on mobile view. That way you can make sure that everything looks good and that there's no issues before you publish your website. Now going back to the WordPress dashboard, there's a couple things that you might want to do as a beginner. First thing is you want to go to settings right here and then go to permalinks. And right here, you want to make sure that the permalink structure is set to post name. This is going to make it a lot better for SEO or search engine optimization on your website. And so if you're trying to get your website to rank higher on search, then this is definitely something that you want to do. Another thing that you might want to do is also change this menu right here. So in order to do that, we're going to go ahead and go back to our WordPress dashboard. And from here, we're going to go down to appearance and then go ahead and click on editor. From there, go ahead and click on navigation. And then now here's where you have all of your navigation menus. So if you guys want to add something to this, you guys can click on this right here. And that's going to take you to your navigation page. If you guys want to add one, go ahead and click on this right here. And let's say we want to create a services page. So I'll go ahead and type in services right here. And so obviously we don't have this page yet. So we'll go ahead and create draft page right here. And so now that it's drafted, we'll go ahead and click on edit right here. And so now that we've added that, we'll go ahead and click on save right here. And so now we can see that it is a draft. So to actually publish it, we'll go ahead ahead and go back to our WordPress dashboard. And now we'll go over to pages right here. And so we can see that we created that page right here. And then we'll go ahead and click on edit. And from here, we'll go ahead and click on publish. Once that is published, we're going to see that services is now live. So if we go back to our website and we click on refresh, we'll now be able to see that services is right there. Now on your WordPress dashboard, there's a bunch of other things that we can go over, but to save you time, I'm just going to go over the main things that you need to know about. The first one is going to be posts right here. This is where you can manage all of your blog posts if you're a blog website. Inside of these, you guys can add categories as well as tags to your blog posts. Next up, we have the media. So this is your media library. This is where you can add things like videos and photos. Next up, we have the pages. So obviously these are the pages that I just went over with you guys. Then you have the comments. So this is where you're going to see all the different comments on your website. Opt-in Monster is going to be a plugin that we installed, as well as WP Forms. And then down here, we also have Yoast SEO and Monster Insights. Those are going to be plugins. So we'll go ahead and go to plugins right here, and you guys can see all the different plugins that are installed on your website. The great thing about WordPress is that there's so many plugins that you guys can choose from. If I go ahead and click on add new plugin right here, this is where I can add any plugins to my website. And guys, there are so many plugins on WordPress to choose from. If you guys want to search for any of them, you can search for them right here. Moving on to the next feature on the WordPress dashboard, and that is users. This is where you can manage all the users on your website. So this is going to be people that you invite that can have access to your WordPress dashboard. And most of the times you won't use this unless you have somebody that you hired that's going to help you build your website. And then there's also tools, and the most important thing is probably going to be the site health. This is where you can see any critical issues that's wrong with your website. And then down here in the settings, you guys can change a bunch of different things that we won't go over too much in this video, but it's pretty self-explanatory. You guys can just go through and change it to your preferences. But anyways, that is it for today's video on how to create a WordPress website on Bluehost. By now, you should have your WordPress website set up and everything is ready for you to start customizing to your own liking. Again, we'll leave a link down below where you guys can get started with Bluehost at a discount. And yeah, we have a bunch of other videos on this channel that will teach you how to build specific websites if you're interested. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more videos just like this. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.